Hey guys, Dan here from Daniel Norris Effects. Just a quick video here of a certain concern and theory I have regarding vlog. Yeah, right, I'm just editing a comparison video that I'm making between the Blackmagic Pocket Cinema camera, the GH4 with Vlog L, and the 600D with CineStyle. Obviously, CineStyle isn't totally flat. It's flat enough, but obviously it's not that great. But here's something odd I have found with the GH4 compared to the Blackmagic. Right, here's the Blackmagic's shot right now. This is the ungraded or uncolour corrected version, and you can see it's nicely flat, and you can see you've got nice. This is like a nice colour. Oh, there's nice detail in the clouds. And you're also seeing plenty of shadow detail as well, as would be expected for that camera. But here's the bit where it gets odd for me now, right? The Blackmagic only has 13 stops of... Well, I say only. The Blackmagic has 13 stops of dynamic range, so that's the highest dynamic range of all three cameras, right? And it was recorded in the film profile. But the GH4, in Vlog, which is only supposed to have 12 stops of dynamic range, looks like this, which to me is very suspicious because it looks flatter and grayer, and yet it looks more saturated, and also the highlights are blown out. Now, I did a second shot of this because this shot I deliberately exposed more to the right in order to retain as much shadow detail as possible, which is why the highlights are blown out. But I shot another shot where I exposed for the highlights more, sort of like a mid-range between the two, and it looks like this. It's still insanely flat, and when I say flat now, I don't mean flat as in, like, the Blackmagic's flat, you know? I mean, it looks very grayscale, and this has me concerned about the internals of the camera and what it is doing to achieve vlog. Now, when you look through the settings on the GH4 on any of the other picture profiles, you'll get loads of things like master pedestal, eye dynamic, and things like that. Now, when you're on vlog, all of those things are grayed out, which has me wondering what is it doing to the master pedestal and all these other features that are supposed to, that all of us have known that, you know, if you increase them, it increases, like, the flatness of your image, but also degrades the image as well. This has me wondering, is that what vlog is? Is it actually true vlog? Is it actually a true log image, or have they just fiddled with the settings and bumped up the master pedestal inside the camera? Because, I don't know about you, 12 stops of dynamic range compared to 13 stops should not have this much of a difference. I mean, look at it. I mean, yeah, this is quite softer, and this looks a bit more contrasty. But with this, if we look here, if I zoom in, see 150. I can't scroll. Ah, there we are. If we scroll in, I know it's not going to look that great, but you can see we've got plenty of detail inside the shadows. You can see all these leaves down here. You can see the separation between each of these logs down here. And also, if we look on this bush here, you can see we've got a nice bit of detail on all the leaves and all that and things like that. But now, if I go to the GH4, I'll go to the darker one first. We've got detail there, but it's like there is no blacks anymore. It's like they've actually, it's like they've taken the original image and then just increased and just changed the blacks to grey, if you get me. I mean, hang on, I'll show you an example now. This is what it looks like they've done to me, right? So if I just turn that off for a second, right, and I'll change it back to fit. There we are. Okay, so this is the Blackmagic's original image. This is what it looks like they've done to me. It looks like they've done that. where they've just bumped up the blacks into the grey, into a grey area. Actually, that looks pretty. Those two, see, that is exactly what they've done. I think. I don't know, but what do you guys think? Because this doesn't. That to me, if it's that to me does not look normal for a log image. I mean, because right, fair enough. The Blackmagic, that is my first experience. That's my first-hand experience with a log image. But I've never had any cause for concern thinking that it is too contrast. It's got too much contrast. To me, this is perfect because like you've got plenty of detail in the shadows, plenty of detail in the highlights. But then if we go to the GH4, to me this should be have a bit more contrast than the Blackmagic, and it has more contrast because the highlights are blown out, and yet the shadows are sort of exposed for. But then if I go back, see by here the highlight in the darker version. Yeah, the highlights now, we've got plenty of highlights on that. There's not as much as the Blackmagic, obviously, if you can look at them. There are certain parts of it where it's just kind of washed out a bit. But then, if we look in the shadows now, it's just bland. It's like, it's not flat to me. That just looks, like I said, grayscale to me. I don't know, what do you guys think? Let's start a conversation, let's have a conversation about this now. I'm going to post this in some of the Blackmagic, some of the GH4 groups, just to get an idea of what you guys think. I'm pretty sure this probably has something to do with the fact that it's only 8-bit, the fact that it's highly compressed, or something like that. But to me, there is something going on. There's something iffy going on with the blacks in these images. Let me know what you guys think, and I'm not going to show you the graded versions of these yet. I'm going to save that for the actual video that I'm editing right now. Let me know what you guys think. Let's start a conversation about this. What are your theories? I'd love to hear them all. I'm Dan from Daniel Effects, and I shall see you in the next video.